Hello, welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another Wingspan tournament game here from the Forest Foodie Feud. This is our latest tournament we have on the go, and all expansions are included. And we're going to jump into one of our group stage games right here, right now. We're going first in this one, so yeah, let's dive in. Let's take a look and see what we get to work with in our starting hand here. Okay, well, we've got some interesting options here. Probably going to look at this Force's turn for some nice card draw. Red Wing Parrot, now this is always interesting. Such an enigma of a bird, I feel like. Can be so powerful getting those eggs, particularly in the forest, but yeah, giving away nectar in a 1v1 game, I don't really think I'm into that. So we'll see if the bonus card is going to make any difference. Probably not. We'll look at Forest Population Monitor there as the slightly better of those two options, but don't really think we'll be keeping too much else. The tray, yeah, again, not too much of interest. I mean, the Brahminy Kite can be nice, but I feel like it's probably just going to be playing this Force's turn, keeping some extra food here, doing some digging, maybe spending some food to reset this tray in the hopes of getting something better. So I think I'm going to lock that in, and yeah, as I say, hopefully with this nice brown power, see some more cards, get something good, and get some direction in this game. All right, here we go on to our first third of the game here. Opponent keeping slightly more birds than us, so we'll see what that's going to be. But yeah, as I say, we're going to get this Force's turn into the game, and hopefully, yeah, cross our fingers, it's going to get us some good stuff. As I say, might look at spending some food here because we have got some extras, and just get this tray moving a little bit more. So, okay, yellow-breasted chat has gone in. That's reassuring because that is not the kind of bird that I like to play. But yeah, we'll be seeing how that's going to get used by my opponent. But for now, we're going to go ahead and draw some cards in. Yeah, I'd say I think we're going to flip this tray. So I'm going to spend a rat here, see what we get on the re-roll. Right, Black-Headed Gull has come up. I might be taking that at the very least just to stop my opponent from having it. Scale Quail is also kind of interesting. Could work quite nicely with some of these end of round goals. So I think I'm actually going to... I might take that, but I'm going to go off the top of the deck first because we do have this Force's turn. I'm glad I did because Vertigree Swallow, I think, is, yeah, a slightly better bird, slightly better option to be going with. So, yeah, I mean, I've got to take this guy regardless. We'll go off the top. Okay, Broadwing Hawk, I think you can go. But yeah, Vertigree Swallow, that's an excellent find. So probably going to put that up in the forest, I would say, and just use that as an option to get some food, get some tucking going on. Yeah, hopefully cycle some of these birds into better ones. And do you know what's a better one? And one that goes well with the Vertigo Swallow? It's a Woolly Wagtail. So yeah, we're going to grab that. And I guess we're going to go Forest Engine in this game. So see what else we get. Golden Pheasant. That's a pretty good find as well. We're going to be getting some eggs going. Definitely like that. So thank you very much. Off the top of the deck. And now Wood Duck. So, all right. I think we know how this game is going. Probably don't need Black-Headed Gull anymore. Wow. Did not mentally prepare for a Wood Duck to appear. So, okay. I guess that answers the question of what we're going to be doing in this game. And that is, yeah, going in the forest. And having a great time. So, yeah, obviously we'll need the food for the Wood Duck, which may prove challenging, especially with a feed like that. But as I say, probably can just make do with this Violet Green Swallow, at least for now. Maybe we go with this Wagtail. Maybe we don't need to, if we can avoid it. But yeah, I think, say, Violet Green Swallow going in the game. And yeah, we'll take some food. Probably going to need some rerolls. But honestly, this Golden Pheasant as well, this first in a round goal, has the exact right nest type that we need to be going with that. So yeah, that's going to be a nice one to get down, and probably going to make use of the flexible food cost there as well. So okay, Common Nightingale's going down. That may help us out with a bit of free food. So yeah, worth thinking about that. I'm just going to grab these worms because I don't want to give a reroll too easy to my opponent. And yeah, I think Wheeler Whiteout, I think it can go because we've got Wood Duck. So don't necessarily need that. I've got to say, Bronze Cuckoo's kind of interesting, but we don't really have the right wingspan for that. So we'll leave it for now. Common Nighthawk, perfect tucking material. But yeah, Nightingale, say, in the forest here. So we'll definitely be making the most of some free food if it comes through, and indeed it does, and it's actually a seed, which is excellent for this wood duck. So okay, let's think about this. With our 3 turns left, we can take food. I think we take food, play the pheasant, and then play the wood duck. I think that sounds like a good plan. So let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, grab the nectar, obviously. We want that as much as we can. Go off the top. Okay, it's not the cuckoo, but it is a pink power in the cowbird that might prove useful for us. So yeah, something to think about. But I'm liking this setup. We've got very fortunate with the stuff we found. We just got to make most of it. So okay, woodcock's going down. That will help for this end of round goal, but it looks like we're still in pole position for now. So we're going to spend these worms. I guess we'll go 2 worms. Yeah, 2 worms and a seed, and that leaves us with the right food for the wood duck. So get our 4 eggs in on the golden pheasant. Really, really nice to get that down at this stage. Just so good to get eggs early, but to get them for this end of round goal as well is kind of a nice double benefit that we're making the most of there. So yeah, that's good timing for us, and then, as I say, really good timing just to be able to get this wood duck in round 1, so that we're ready to use it going into round 2 and throughout the rest of this game. And coming on to our last turn of the round, yeah, time to get wood duck in the game. So play in the forest, of course, where it's strongest. And yeah, we've got the card draw and the card cycle, so we're going to be seeing 3 cards each turn while we take food. We're going to be getting points with the swallow, and that's going to be really, really good for us. So probably we'll try and get this cowbird in the game sooner rather than later, because yeah, my opponent hasn't really sorted out the egg access quite yet. So we'll get a free berry. We'll see if that's going to be useful as we come into the next round. So what have we got in the tray? Some interesting options. Little penguin, always always a fun one. So yeah, that might be a tempter, especially with the hooded Nagansa. That is potentially a nice combo. We'll see if my opponent fancies going for that or not, but indeed going for the penguin. So yeah, I think we're gonna grab food and see what this wood duck can find for us. Anything good? Okay, great hornbill potentially might be a nice one. I think pink-eared duck can go. I don't think any of these really interest me, nor does the zebrafinch, so we'll get rid of that. And yeah, probably play this cowbird. Now my opponent does have quite a few eggs already, but it is going to be something that, yeah, potentially maybe we could see, depending on where this yellow-breasted chat goes, if that's going to get put in the grasslands. That might just give us a little bit of information that my opponent is yeah, potentially going to be laying eggs sometime soon. So we'll see. Where has it got? No, it's still up in the forest, so that means probably not going to be laying eggs quite yet. So I think in that case, probably worth me just taking food and just, yeah, seeing what options we can get through this wood duck from the top of the deck. So okay, woodpecker coming through, ibis as well now, also potentially a nice option if we did want to go into the grasses at some point in this game, but I feel like we probably don't need to. So I think, yeah, I think I will actually get rid of that and just keep, yeah, seeing what we can get off the deck. So hopefully some good stuff comes through. I'll say this woodpecker, this might be an option. Good for the forest engine. Obviously not good for the bonus card. We're sort of getting nothing but cavity nests, which does kind of make sense. Those are the most common nest types in the forest, and indeed little penguin has gone down. So yeah, I think we do still play this woodpecker. I think it's early enough that being able to get the extra caches here is going to be useful, but I don't know, we're very food rich. To be honest, I'm kind of tempted to get this hornbill in at some point, because caching berries, I feel like we're going to have extra food. I might just take food once more here though, just to see what we get. So we do get a little bit more nectar. Can we get better options? Yes, we can. Lesser white throat and blue-winged warbler. So okay, much happier with those. Yeah, I think in that case probably can get rid of the woodpecker. So mandarin duck as well. That's not bad. We're getting some very, very interesting choices here. So that could be a good one to get down this round. I feel like I've got to play the white throat as well. It's a tight end of round goal, so actually these beaks pointing left could prove useful. But yeah, difficult decisions. I mean, if we are going with the white throat, probably don't need this cowbird. And to be honest, I don't know necessarily how much my opponent is going to leg. So I might ditch that. I might ditch that and just, yeah, go with these other options. So definitely can have a good time with this white throat. We're definitely going to get some eggs through from that. And I say this Mandarin duck just for a little bit more card cycle as well. But the twite is going to do potentially an even better job than that. So yeah, maybe going picking that up as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab some more worms because we may need those later for this blue-winged warbler, of course. We'll see what we get. Off the top, first of all, okay, flamingo. Not sure it's the game for you. We will take this twite, though, as I say. And yeah, we can very easily now, I mean, potentially actually just get all three of these down with the twite and the Mandarin duck and the lesser white throat. That feels like a good option to me. And we're going to spend all of our eggs, but then be ready for the white throat to come through and get a bunch more for us going into round number 3. So yeah, some nice teals, some nice birds that are just going to help us score some points and see more options. And now, talking of birds that are going to score more points, Sri Lanka blue magpie. That's the kind of bird I would have liked. So, bit of a shame. My opponent has been the one to find it. But yeah, definitely a nice option. And we may see that nightingale used a little bit more aggressively now with that extra food coming through. So, yeah, I think we'll just truck on and do our own thing. And I think that's going to be, as I say, playing some of these lovely birds. So we'll get the twite down, first of all, here in the grasslands. And then we should be good. Yeah, we can spend the normal food, the berry and the worm here on the white throat. Maybe we'll be ready in case the nectar comes through off the nightingale. But otherwise, yeah, we can just, as I say, spend the normal food, get the duck down with our nectar, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, a little bit of free food is coming through. But I say we've got plenty of birds to be playing. So white throat, I think we're going to go in the grasslands here. I think we are going to go in the grasslands. Just give ourselves the options of maybe some more forest brown powers. I'll say maybe this hornbill is going to be a good one. But we've also got flexibility with the blue-winged warbler. So if I want to play that in the forest, just maybe I do need something for this bonus card, or maybe I just need to build the forest out a little bit more. I can always do that instead. And it's not too big of a deal. So Hoodoo Merganser has gone down. That's no great surprise. And yeah, time to get our Mandarin duck in the game. So yeah, definitely nice, I say, to get all these teal powers in time for round 2 so that we can actually use them and score points. So and to be able to win this end of round goal as well. Definitely a nice added bonus there. So on to these teals. Now, probably there is a right order to do these in, and it's probably going to be the Mandarin duck first, so that we get sight of more cards. Wow, okay. Do we want to have another game with 2 of the egg layers? I think we probably don't, because I like this roseate spoonbill, so I think I'm going to keep that as the other one that I want to keep. I'm then going to tuck probably Bad Sparrow, and then I've got to give one away. Do you know what? You can have Thecla's Lark. Enjoy. Enjoy that one. And then, yeah, the twite, we're going to draw 2. Okay, a couple more good options. I mean, Godwit's looking very nice. We may have to actually... Maybe we sacrifice Blue-winged Warbler so that we can keep the Godwit here, because we do have to tuck. We do have to tuck too, so I will do that. And then, yeah, use this white throat and get our 3 eggs. So, pretty nice there. 6 points, but also finding 2 very, very strong birds to be playing in our wetlands. So, definitely like the look of that. And as I say, picking up at the end of round goal win as well. So, we come into the next round. Magpie Lark's looking pretty tasty. I'm going to be, yeah, grabbing that as we go and take some food. So, probably see what we get off the top. First of all, okay, nothing too amazing, but yeah, Magpie Lark, that's always a nice one. Australian Raven's pretty nice as well. We'll see if we get our hands on that, or if that's going to be blocked by my opponent. But yeah, you can already see some of these caches coming through from the Magpie, so that's going to be strong indeed, blocking the Magpie. I think very, very sensible up here against my, yeah, very, very nice forest. So I've got this magpie lark. Could play that now. Could get that down. To be honest, I'm quite liking the idea of playing this Godwit and seeing what that bonus card gets for me. So I think for now, we'll just grab a little bit more food so we can maybe afford to play that. See what comes our way. If we can get anything else interesting off the top of the deck. No, we cannot. But as I say, we've got some nice big point options. Could still go with this Hornbill as, yeah, maybe a way of trying to score some points for me. There's every chance my opponent does have extra cards to tuck, so we've got to think about that. But it's unlikely they'll have extra berries, and I feel like we possibly will have some extra berries, or we can at least manufacture it so that we do. And at the end of the day, it's a 9-point bird. It feels like a good idea to get that down. So definitely do that. I mean, let's think about this. 4 turns left. Probably only going to play 2 birds this round because of the 3 eggs. And I think one of those, I think I probably do want to play the magpie lark to get 4 eggs in the grasslands. And also I've got to think about this end of round goal getting eggs in the grasslands, but then also next end of round goal, I want to get eggs in the forest, which I already want to do for this magpie lark as well. So I can actually use that. And we will, of course, need a bird in the grasslands. It could well be this magpie, but yeah, hopefully something better. So I think for now we will just get the Hornbill in. That feels like a good option to be playing. Nice big point bird. And yeah, as I say, definitely got this end of round goal to think about. But my opponent's not really looking too strong in terms of egg space, so that's something for us to think about and yeah, maybe try and take advantage of. But maybe some more birds are going to go down, and indeed wedge-tailed eagle does. So we'll just truck on, grab some more food, and okay, we're going to grab this, I think, as a berry so that we can use this Hornbill. And we are, I think, going to skip the tuck for now. We can always do that later. As maybe we have a little bit more spare cards going on later in the game, but for now I want to keep those. Goldfinch looking very nice. Crested Lark less so I think we'll ditch you. White Stork looking good though, so okay, I think probably, I mean, we could well upgrade the magpie into the White Stork. That feels like a very sensible thing to do, so we'll do that. And yeah, this Goldfinch, this could be interesting, especially now with this wedge-tailed eagle, and maybe we're going to see some eggs coming through, maybe some tucks on that. So something to think about. But yeah, we're looking good. I mean, I think we could very easily just be playing lots of birds in the later stages of this game with all this extra food. And White Stork, maybe we save that to play with the magpie lark. So I think probably I play this now and just, yeah, get that ready. As I say, get it down for this end of round goal and just make sure that, yeah, going into the final round, we're able to get as many eggs as we can. Probably have to lay eggs once in that last round. I mean, to be honest, could just lay eggs now, knowing that, yeah, if I want to be playing 3 or more birds, I'm going to need more than the 4 eggs that this white throat is going to deliver for me. So something to consider. Berry coming through as well, something also to consider that maybe we want to be using on that Hornbill. But yeah, I think think about this actually. You probably are going to lay eggs now. You're going to get to your 4 anyway in the grasslands. We definitely could, yeah, we could just go and lay eggs. I mean, we're going to get to our 4 anyway. But as I say, we are going to need more in that last round anyway. So I think I might just lay eggs. And actually, does give an opportunity as well to maybe get more eggs in the forest than we would be getting out of the white throat on that last round. So we'll lay 4 up here, just tentatively, yeah, getting ready, as I say, for that last round. But knowing that we're going to get 4 coming through is reassuring. So yeah, we'll see We'll see what my opponent's going to do, but I said, imagine it is going to be possibly laying eggs. No, drawing birds. So, okay, we're going to get this end of round goal win then. So that's very nice. We'll take that first of all with the white threat. And then, yeah, as I say, use our teals and see what other options we get coming through. So Mandarin Duck, excellent finds here. Oh, almost sport for choice. Do I want the turtle dove for the bonus card? Do I want this Oriole for a berry? Maybe I do, but maybe that's just going to help my opponent cash. Maybe I don't. The Starness, though, is very, very appealing, as I say, for that bonus card. So, yeah, genuinely tough choice there. I mean, even this Minivet's pretty nice as a potential just for a nice double play. And, yeah, get a few extra points up in the forest. So, kind of wish I could keep more of these. We could only keep one. I feel like the safe play is probably this Oriole, so I think I am going to go for that. I guess we'll tuck the turtle dove, and we'll keep on giving my opponent the mean bird, so you can have one luck. You can enjoy that. We'll see what this twite's going to get us. Maybe it's going to be even better stuff. It is not. But that's fine. We'll take 2 more tucks there. And yeah, again, these teal powers doing great work for us. Building up the points, already looking strong, and yeah, we're looking really good, I think, for these end of round goals as well. So that's always reassuring. As is having plenty of lovely birds to play in this final round. So as I say, probably gonna take food. Maybe take food twice and just play 3 birds. That might be the plan here. And in that case, it's probably going to be the Oriole, the Godwit, and the Spoonbill. And then, of course, get ready to play White Stork with the Magpie Lark. So more free food coming through. I think in that case, maybe I'll just go and get the Spoonbill down now. See what that's going to give us in terms of a bonus card. And maybe that's going to help guide our decision. So I do have to think a little bit about, yeah, as I say, this last end of round goal, eggs in the forest. My opponent could do something there, but honestly not got great egg access. So it could well be that 4 is enough. And if I'm going to play the Oriole up there, maybe I actually want to clear off these spaces so I can get the Oriole down and then get an egg laid on it. So I think I'll do that. What's the bonus card going to be? Not a great one. Not a great one, it's got to be said. Missionary Leader's not quite what I was having in mind. Yeah, I'm not really sure we're actually going to be able to do too much with that. So if we took food twice more, we are going to get 2 more cards through from the Wood Duck, and obviously playing Godwit will get 1 back as well. So I don't even think we can. I don't even think we could score any points off this. So we'll take Visionary Leader. That is definitely a bit of a shame. But yeah, as I say, at least we're going to score a few points off Forest Population Monitor, and hopefully this Godwit can do a slightly better job of finding us a good bonus card. So we'll see what option that's going to give us. Okay, you're going for more birds going down. I'm going to take food here, and hopefully, there we go, get some nectar. So yeah, it's looking pretty tight across these nectars. We will have to try and spend some in the wetlands, but probably for now, I'm going to just try and cement my position at the top of the forest nectar scoring. So yeah, I think we probably do go with this, and then yeah, I think we do this. I think it's unlikely my opponent is going to be able to outscore me. It does give them an opportunity to score points with the tucks potentially, but unlikely with the caches. And I think there is a scenario here where actually we can score with both, because we can do tuck this goldfinch and cache this berry. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I think that's the right option. I do have to actually think about making sure I've got the right food for these two. So actually, yeah, maybe we don't want to cache the berry if I want to spend that on the Oriole. So yeah, we'll skip that for now. See what we get here. Okay, Trumpeter Swan. You're giving me more difficult decisions to make in terms of what we want to play in the later stages of this game, because that would be safe points versus the risky gamble that this Godwit gives us, and actually a little bit more food flexibility That might be helpful as well. So yeah, that'll be one to consider. But as I say, we're looking pretty set. We've got these nice big point birds to play. Always reassuring. Yeah, to have this ready and waiting in the later stages of the game. So I think we will crack on. And yeah, have a nice smooth end game. So okay, we are actually getting a berry back anyway, so probably would have been fine to spend. But yeah, let's go and do Oriel now. As I say, we've got to pay attention. So you've still got 2 more nectar. Okay, so my opponent has to lay eggs. This is the information that we have. No eggs, so you got to lay eggs and then probably play a bird. And even if you're going to play a bird, only 2 nectar. So spending 1 nectar in the forest is going to be enough in order to guarantee that. However, if we spend 1 nectar, we then we then don't have a berry. So I'm actually probably going to spend 2 here, and hope that doesn't come back to bite me. But we should be fine. We should be fine. Going for a reroll. Yeah, we just need a little bit of nectar to come up so we can play the swan, and then yeah, just make sure that we've got enough food to get this white stock down. I say with this magpie lark, because we're not going to have any nectar left over for that. But yeah, this white throat has just been so helpful. These eggs coming through has been nice, not just for the points, but being able to yeah hit these end of round goals, save ourselves turns. I think we've only spent 1 turn laying eggs through a combination of the pheasant and the white throat, so that's been really, really good. And yeah, hopefully it's a smooth end game. So can we get some nectar? Yes, we can, just about. And another seed as well, which is very, very welcome. You did lay eggs. You've kept 1 nectar. We'll see where that's going to get spent. So, okay. Do we need this berry, I guess is the question. It's going to be a point for us, but it's going to be a point for our opponent anyway. So, yeah, we'll just give it out. We'll be able to do our tuck, which we'll do at the hornbill, and our cash, which we will also do on, yeah, the hornbill. And yeah, then see what else we get. Okay, Snowy Owl is another potential option. Instead of the white stalk, if we want to take a gamble, which we may well do. I'll think about it. But again, it's going to be kind of similar to the Godwit. Do we want a single bonus card to make up for a 3-point difference? Given the bonus cards that we have so far, maybe not necessarily, but maybe we're feeling risky at the end of the game. And alright, onto our last turn. We'll see what my opponent's done. Laid eggs again, so actually they have gone for the end of round goal, which I wasn't expecting. So fair enough, but not another bird coming in. But yeah, we're just gonna play this Trumpeter Swan. I think that's the best move for us to do here. We'll clear off in the forest. We're going to need the eggs up there for the magpie lark anyway, and yeah, be ready come what may for our final magpie lark play. Because who knows, maybe the twite, maybe the mandarin duck, maybe they can find us a nicer option than what we've already got. But it's nice at least to have yeah, a couple of choices already. But we're going to take our eggs. We're going to take our tucks. We'll go with the twite first of all, see what that's going to be. Okay, bobolink would be nice if we could afford it, if we didn't just have a random jumble of food. So unfortunately, we will have to tuck those 2. But yeah, mandarin duck, what are you going to get? 5 birds here. They're all pretty terrible, so I don't think it's going to matter too much here. We will, yeah, choose one to keep, choose one to tuck. And there you go. You can have a 0-point mallard, my friend. So enjoy. I don't think it's going to be of much use to you this stage of the game, but yeah, we're going to come through having lost that end of round goal. As I say, bit of a shame, but we did what we could. We got our eggs down, and they're going to be used for this magpie lark. Now, as I say, we have this decision to make. Do we take safe 8 points, or do we take what's going to be 5 points plus a gamble? I'm feeling risky. Let's do 5 points and a gamble. Can we get a good bonus card? Okay, well, that didn't make any difference because we made up the 3-point gap. So, you know, sometimes decision making doesn't matter, but at least it wasn't a complete dud. And we at least got some points there. So Yeah, not so good on the nectars. That's definitely where we struggled a little bit this game. But we're just going to hope that our points elsewhere will make up for it as we come into the final score. So, yeah, we definitely had some good tucks. But I know my opponent is going to have the caches. But yeah, good bird points for us. Not good bonus cards on either side. We do edge those end of round goals. Keep it tight on the eggs. As I say, good caches for my opponent is where they will bring things back. But we definitely had the edge with the tucks, with the swallow, with the teals. And we're going to hold on through the nectar score as well. 127, the final score for us, up against 112. So, yeah, pretty happy with that game. I say very open at the start, but Fido Wood Duck, always a nice bird to get early on. And yeah, just really helped us out through the rest of the game. But to be honest, I think it was really more about the white throat. And even those teals, as I say, the twite and the mandarin duck, those comboed really nicely. We got some nice big point birds. Always nice to play 9-point birds like the hornbill and the oriole and the swan. A couple of gambles on the bonus card, not quite coming through. But enough in the end in this game. So we'll take a look at my opponent's board. 6-point falcon, very nice. So very unassuming board, only 8 birds down. But yeah, some really strong big point birds down. That penguin did work, as did the magpie. So yeah, really managed to squeeze a lot of points out from not a lot of birds. But not quite enough as we held on for the win in this game of Wingspan. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. Thank you very much for watching. Still got a few more games in this tournament group stage, so if you want to see them, do make sure you hit subscribe and that you're following along. And look forward to seeing you in another game very, very soon.